Okay, what I'm going to try to do is in this video try to answer your question and hopefully make some sense of the problem there. Well, what you're looking for here is the second derivative of this function f of x that is raised to the third power. So that f to the third of x, I really interpret that to mean f of x quantity raised to the third power. Alright, so in order to find the second derivative, you're going to have to find the first derivative of f of x raised to the third power. And so basically we're looking for this. Now this is a chain rule problem, so we're going to bring down the 3, multiply it times the, and reduce the exponent to 2 on the f of x, and then multiply that times the derivative of f of x. And so I believe that gives you the first derivative of that function there. Alright, the second derivative then is we're going to have to take the derivative of that right-hand result there, and you're going to have a product rule with that. So the second derivative of the original function is really just the first derivative of the result of the first, or the first derivative of the first derivative. And that we're going to find by the product rule. So it's the first times the derivative of the second, and the derivative of f prime of x is just the second derivative. It's f prime prime of x. So we have the first times the derivative of the second plus the second times the derivative of the first. And the second function there is just the first derivative, so it's the second times the derivative of the first. And the first function is 3f of x quantity squared, so we're going to bring down the 2. Sorry about that, the bell just rang. 2 times 3 is going to give us 6. We're going to reduce the exponent on f of x to 1. And then we're going to multiply that times the derivative of the inside function, which is f prime of x again. So that gives us the product rule. 1 times the derivative of the first times the derivative of the second plus the second times the derivative of the first. And so at this point you should have everything that you're looking for. Since you're looking for the second derivative evaluated at x equals 2, then that second derivative of f of x raised to the third power is, substituting 2 for all the x's in there, you're going to get this. Now, remembering that f squared of 2 really means f of 2 quantity squared, and you're given that f of 2 is 6, and 6 squared is 36. So you have 3 times 36, and the second derivative at 2 is 2. We're given that also. The first derivative at 2 is given to be negative 4. And 6 times the value of the function, which is 6 times 6. And then we have the derivative at 2 again, which is negative 4. So at this point it's just multiplication and addition. 6 times 36 should give you 216. And on the other side you have 16 times 36. So that should be 360. So 10 times 36 would be 360. And another 6 times 36 is 216. And that comes out to be 792, which is the answer that you have supplied there. Alright, so I hope that helps. It makes sense. I haven't seen a whole lot of problems like this, but I think that it's a cool problem and a problem that students with some insight into how things work should be able to handle at least once they've seen it. Okay, I hope that helps. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.